In spring of 2009, Enel Green Power opened two of the world's most technologically advanced geothermal plants an hour east of Reno, in rural Churchill County, Nevada. Set among the ranches and vast public lands of this picturesque valley, these two power plants, still water and salt wells, tap into a large underground reservoir of hot water to produce clean energy for northern Nevadans.
We are here to develop a program of geothermal exploration. We want to build facility, but we also want to maintain and operate this facility for the long term. So we have a time frame which is usually in the terms of 20-30 years. So we're just not looking to develop and sell projects, for example, but our goal is really to provide dependable, renewable energy to people in each state in which we are present.
Models of efficiency and technology, these plants provide a glimpse at the future of geothermal energy and the potential for government and private energy firms to work hand in hand to make renewable energy a reality. Enel Green Power is the renewable energy division of Enel, one of the world's largest power companies with a presence in 22 countries. Worldwide, Enel has an installed capacity of over 94,000 megawatts, serving 61 million customers around the globe. And Enel Green Power has been created to develop and manage worldwide energy generation from renewable resources. Enel Green Power has more than 500 wind, geothermal, solar, and biomass plants, producing nearly 17,200 terawatt-hours of renewable energy in the U.S. and other countries, making Enel Green Power the world leader in renewable energy production. Through these operations, nearly 14 tons of CO2 emissions have been avoided. Throughout its history, Enel has been at the forefront of geothermal energy.
Enel really traces its root back at the beginning of the century, 1913, in terms of development of geothermal energy. It started in the region of Tuscany, in the Larderello area.
Larderello sits atop boiling underground wells, where the first geothermal energy experiments were conducted.
You know, geothermal power in Italy started a long time ago. Actually, in 1904, the first 5 bulbs were lit using energy produced by geothermal energy sources.
Since then, we've continued to develop the field, and right now we have about 670 megawatts installed in that area.
Tuscany continues to produce 10% of the world's geothermal power, and Enel, with deep roots in the region, is still leading the way in developing cutting-edge technology to locate and develop geothermal resources and deliver clean, renewable energy throughout the world, including the United States. Enel's newly commissioned plants in Churchill County are just 2 examples of their expertise in the field of geothermal energy.
There's 2 projects that Enel has developed out here. One is the Stillwater project and the other one is the salt wells. The Stillwater project is an expansion project. Salt wells is a new geothermal power plant.
Like most potential geothermal sites around the world, the Stillwater and salt well sites contain water below 400 degrees.
We use a cooler water to flash a lower boiling fluid such as the isobutane, and that vapor is used to drive the turbines. So a cooler water source can be used to generate significant amounts of power.
Which requires passing the geothermal water through a heat exchanger and heating a gas into the vapor needed to turn the energy-producing turbines. This 2-step process is called a binary system. And with this technology, Enel is able to develop large-scale, clean, renewable geothermal projects in areas with lower underground water temperatures. Because of the lower geothermal temperatures, these plants must work more efficiently to maximize the amount of power going into the grid.
So we're nearly doubling the geothermal flow rate, but we're 4 or 5 times the electrical energy production.
Through technology and innovation, Enel has reduced the parasitic losses which are a result of operating the various pumps and fans required in the power generation cycle. By reducing these losses, Enel sends more of the energy to the grid, and because these are closed-loop systems, the geothermal resource is constantly working and continually being replenished, providing 24/7 baseload power with no carbon footprint.
Geothermal power is very important to us as a provider of electricity in that it looks like a traditional power plant to us. It provides power 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't have to count on the sun shining or the wind blowing.
That's a great energy resource. It's better than nuclear. It doesn't produce any waste or any pollution. It's better than solar or wind because it is a base load that works all the time. And with the new technologies and reinjection and husbanding a heat source, it can go on for easily decades, maybe for centuries.
These plants have a combined gross capacity of 65 megawatts, more than 6 times as much power as an existing plant at Stillwater was able to produce.
They will generate enough energy to power about 40,000 households in the United States.
The capacity of these 2 plants will quadruple the amount of geothermal power produced by Enel in the United States. And because the power stays in state, it will help Nevada to reach its renewable portfolio standard of producing 20% of its power from renewable resources by 2015.
Nevada was one of the first 3 states in the United States to have a so-called renewable portfolio standard, and it's been in place since 1997. Enel's commitment to Nevada is what is important to me and my company, because they will allow us to get more progressive and make it easier for us to make that portfolio standard.
And Enel continues to look for ways to achieve even greater and greener results from their geothermal resources, partnering with scientists from MIT to explore how solar and geothermal energy could be combined to create even more power from sites like these.
Innovation is a big part of what we do, especially in geothermal. So with MIT, we're actually researching into a new idea, which is the combination of geothermal power plants and solar power plants.
While these 2 plants can produce a nearly endless stream of clean, renewable, locally generated energy, their construction and operation has brought a different kind of energy to Churchill County. The economic benefits of the plants on the surrounding communities have also been significant. And because Churchill County is at the center of a literal green energy hotspot, county and state officials are looking forward to more geothermal projects.
If these plants continue to behave as they're doing and prove that this technology is not only physically possible but also economically interesting, then there is a very huge potential for development.
Those 2 plants have produced more than $2 million for Churchill County directly in taxes, and indirectly through jobs and through bringing in 300 to 400 construction personnel and oversight people, maybe another $1 million or $2 million. And once they're in production, they'll produce additional taxes through net proceeds and property taxes that'll stay with Churchill County forever into the future.
The 1-year economic impact of the Stillwater and Salt Wells project is about $5 million into the local economy. That's new dollars being generated that gets moved around in the economy. It's about 28 jobs, and they're high-skilled jobs, technical and engineering, scientific and quality assurance. So it really has made a big difference to our economy in the region.
As energy begins flowing from underneath Stillwater and Salt Wells, there's a new energy to be found in the small towns of western Nevada, where people are beginning to realize that it's places like Churchill County that are at the forefront of the green energy revolution, leading the way for similar communities around the world.